Garcia, voice of the people. Zee Garcia, voice of the people. Zee can be a little polemic. He stings like the 8th outbreaking pandemic. Zee's got flavor in his top 100 games.
Lights, shower.
Zee Garcia.
The first 50 games of the top 100.
Ends now?
Ends now. Well, it's the last 50 games of the top 100. Anyway, how you doing, guys? Zee Garcia here, doing my top 100, and today we are tackling 60 through 51, the first half, or the second half, whatever. I'm joined over here by Mr. Tom Vassell, the illustrious Tom Vassell, and Sam Healy.
The not so illustrious.
Another guy. Let's get cracking on these, all right? All right, my number 60 is a game which actually I just played this with Sam, so I'm curious to see what he's going to say on this, because he had not played before.
Oh, I just thought you just added it to the list. I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive.
No, it was on the list, but he had not played. We just played together. And there's a game from Astari that I think gets, again, very little attention. That is Metropolis, or Metropolis, because it's YS at the end. I've heard it said both ways. It's a game which is very simple. It takes about 35-40 minutes, and it's basically a bidding game, but you are bidding on a board which your bid is also controlling an area if it's the winning bid. So you have all these little buildings with numbers on them, and you'll put out the 4, and the next person can put out their 5 or higher building on an area next to that first bid. If everyone passes, then that 5 building will get flipped over. You hide the number. And now that area is theirs, and you keep bidding like that on the board. You score points from spaces on the board that have point chits, and you score based on a couple of secret goals you have. Very simple, clean design. I like it quite a bit. It's a little bit more abstract than most Euros in this weight, but I like abstracts anyway, so it does it for me. What did you think?
This is the kind of abstract that I would actually play, because it doesn't, it's more than little rocks on a board.
Right.
At the same time, though, I do recall sitting there half the game doing nothing, because people had buildings that had been they were bidding with buildings that were higher than the ones that I had left.
You had gotten rid of your high buildings, right?
So I mean, and that's my fault. I understand that. It's not the game's fault, but I don't know. I guess I would have to reserve my opinion until I play it a few more times.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right on the timing thing is interesting, because people's buildings will run out at different times. So if you're 10 through your 13, which is your highest buildings, are gone, you might be sitting there while people do the 8, 9, 10 fight, 9, 10, 11 fight, But I like it quite a bit, and it's short. So that's my 60, Metropolis. Number 59 is another very light Euro from Rainer Knizia, actually. And this is a game which, when I first played, made me think of Alhambra, or Alhambra. And I like them both quite a bit. And this is Palazzo. Palazzo is an Alea game in their middle box size, if I'm not mistaken, in which you have money. You are buying building floors, and then you're building the buildings in front of you. And you're going to get points at the end of the game if you make a building all out of the same stuff, the same kind of brick. Or if you built all 5.
As opposed to in real life, all those people who build buildings out of different materials.
This level is of cake.
Where did cake come from?
I don't know, but it's like, it's like weird. When you have one that's like made of a bunch of stuff, you're like, this is a weird building. It's bizarre. But anyway, it works in the game. If you have 5 levels, which is the max, you get a bunch of points for that. And this is towards the light side of Euros. This is like 30 minutes. But I think Rainer Knizia does better light games anyway than heavy games. I like his lighter games more than his heavy games, for me. And I like this one quite a bit. I'm not sure if this is in print or not.
We're just going to assume no for everything.
I don't know. But I like it a lot. If you like Alhambra, you will. It's one of those things. If you like this, you'll like that. If you like Ticket to Ride, you'll like Turning Taxis. That's a reference to his.
Oh, we're meta listing again?
Meta listing, man. Palazzo 59. My 58, I know I'm going to have at least one person supporting me on. This is one of the prettiest games on this whole list. That's Tobago.
Yeah.
Tobago looks gorgeous set up. It has these awesome little statues. The trees are really cool, carved out of wood. And you have these little jeeps that are racing around an island, digging up buried treasure, and you are figuring out where the buried treasure is, kind of. You're really deciding where it is, but...
yeah, I know. It's semantics, but
yeah,
you can pretend you're not doing
that's the idea. You are figuring out where there's buried treasure, you're racing your ATV over there, and you're digging it up. And getting gold. Most gold at the end of the game wins. The game is very light, it's pretty simple, but man, is it beautiful, and it just works well. I actually just played this with my nephew, who is 14 now, and he really liked it too. He loved it.
Is this the one where you have the stone figures facing a certain direction?
That's right, yeah, and they face in the coast, and then they turn, you know, they kind of rotate.
Yeah, that's a good game.
It's a great game. I really like it. Again, I never hear anyone talking about it, and that might be because it's out of print. I don't know that. But if you see one and you like mid-weight Euros...
Because he doesn't watch Melody Vassal's Top 100.
Is it?
It was on our list at least 2 years in a row.
I mean, just like in general gaming groups, I don't see it, you know what I mean? Check it out if you like that. Okay, my 57, that is. Dyslexia is my friend. This is an abstract from Chris Berman. This is from the GIF series of games.
Is it GIF?
It's not GIF.
Yinch.
It's not Yinch.
Devon.
It is Devon.
Oh, all right. I got it.
Rocks on,
There were
First try.
you had 6 shots.
rocks on a board.
Okay, and
Yeah,
this
this is cookies on the board.
this
Yeah,
is
same.
this is like Oreos on a board. And Sam doesn't really like those abstracts. I am a fan of most abstracts. I think this is a great one. You play on an elongated board in which you are stacking pieces, and at the end, if you control the highest stacks, you win the game. Sounds very simple. It is simple to explain because it's an abstract. That's the idea. But the strategy is definitely there.
I think the strategy, it's one of those games, the more you play it, the more depth you find.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I have played this, again, with a wide range of people, opponents. It's just a 2-player game. And it's really neat just seeing how someone tackles the same game. How they think, I think, is very reflected in an abstract like this. So I like it quite a bit. That is Devon. D-V-O-N-N.
All capitals.
All capitals, yeah. My 56 is another Knizia, actually. And this is Blue Moon City.
Yes!
Blue Moon City is one of those I know is out of print and needs to come back in print. Because this game is great and does not get enough attention.
That's where it is.
That's the one. There's only one in print.
No. I just wonder what I do with my games sometimes.
Oh.
Which house I've given them to.
Yeah, I don't have it. I bought mine a long time ago. You are basically building buildings semi-cooperatively on the board, in which you really want to be the one to build the last sort of, put the last blow on the thing, and then it's yours.
I'm going to say, if you like the new hotness, the Kennerspiel Istanbul, I think if you like that one, you'll like Blue Moon City.
That's a good call. I agree. This is lighter than that. There's less going on than that.
There's more card play, maybe, but yeah.
There's more card play. It's a lighter game. This was actually nominated for the Spiel. And did not win. I think it's the year that it lost to Zuloretto, if I'm not mistaken. Both great games.
Both good games.
I like this a little bit better, hence it's higher on my list. And I just love it. And the artwork's really good, too, because it pulls a lot of artwork from the original Blue Moon. So Blue Moon City, my 56. My 55 is a horse racing game that is a huge turkey for me. And Sam was just previously talking about this. Basically, a turkey is, a game that you used to love.
So this was like in your top 10 before?
It really, I rated it. That would be a turkey noise. This game, when the first 2 times I played, I rated it a 10. That's how much I loved it.
Wow.
And now it's like, I don't know, a 7 or something, or an 8. But anyway, Long Shot is the game. Long Shot.
I just can't believe you rated it a 10 at one point. I mean, it's interesting, but it's just,
Yeah, I don't know.
it's super random.
Yeah, it's super fun, though.
I'm not saying it's not fun. It's just kind of random.
Oh, I don't care about random, but the game got everybody in that, like, go, horse, go, over, like, a bunch of plastic. You can't replicate that. You know what I mean? Like, you
Except
can't.
in the other 20 horse racing games.
No, I mean, you can't. I meant you can't bottle that. Maybe that's a better way to put it.
Except they did in the box called
There's a bottle.
Log Shot.
Yes. Shut up. Anyway, Long Shot creates a good vibe, a good atmosphere. That's why I like it so much. You're buying horses, you're bidding on horses, you're rolling dice to move them ahead. And it's a little long. Now my complaints, and the reason why it's dropped is it's a little long. I wish I could shave off like 20 minutes because it's like 2 hours. Or like 90 minutes, 2 hours. And then also it plays sort of the same each time. The replayability is not quite there. It's mostly the same game, but really, really fun game. If you like horse racing, I think you'll enjoy it. There's a bunch of horse racing games out there, and I think this is the one that's the most like, go horse, go kind of vibe to it. 55, Long Shot. My 54, this is another Knizia game. This is weird.
Wow, yeah.
Anyway, I was not thinking about this when I made the list. This is Ra, the dice game.
Wow, really?
Yeah, Ra, the dice game.
It's a cool game.
I like Ra quite a bit. But Ra, the dice game, while not identical to Ra, really distills a lot of the same ideas. The collecting the sets, the pushing your luck. It's like Yahtzee. It's like Ra, the Yahtzee variant, right? But I think it's great. It's brilliant. It's quick. It's like a push your luck Yahtzee with Euro elements, and you are competing in several different areas on this little board that you're fighting the other opponents on. And someone might jump over you on this one track, and you go, well, that's fine. I'll do this then and beat you over here on this thing. And each little track sort of works differently, but it all comes together really well, and I like it quite a bit. About 25 minutes, dice chucking, lovely little game. Very simple design and clean. Ra, the dice game. You like that game, you said?
I do. I just don't know how to describe it as a lovely little game, but
I like it. I like it quite a bit. I've been on sort of a Ra, the dice game kick lately too, and it's not falling. You know what I mean? Cool. I'm not getting that feeling like, no, I'm still really digging it. All right, my 53 is another abstract game. I'll go through this one quickly. Kamisato, which Tom has actually talked about quite a bit before.
I like it. It's so simple.
Yeah, and it's almost like a checkers variant, really. I mean, sort of, where you are, or like chess meets checkers, maybe. Anyway, you have all these pieces that you have to move one piece to your opponent's side. The board has all the squares are colored. You move your piece, and the color you landed on is the piece they have to move. That's it. Get one of them to the other side. Love it.
That's the simplest version. Yours a more complex version.
Yeah, but whatever. The simplest is fine. Yeah, it's really not, actually. I've never played the advanced thing because it sounds convoluted and unnecessary. If you like abstracts at all and you haven't played Kamisato, you owe it to yourself to play Kamisato. That's my 53. 52, Dice Town. Dice Town, another awesome dice
was in your
chucker.
Top 100, I think.
Yeah.
Already. So this is the.
Yeah, this was like in the 90s for you.
We haven't had that much crossover actually, but this is one that's happened.
No,
We've had some.
we've had some.
Dice Town puts you in the Old West. You chuck some dice, make poker hands, and try to win land deeds. Try to get some gold nuggets out of the river. Try to extort the other opponents. Control your money. Lots of little neat things going on, all centered around these poker dice. And it just works really well.
Yeah, it does.
The game looks great. It's quick. It flows easily. I like it quite a bit. I actually enjoy. I know this question is going to come up, so I'll say it now. I enjoy it without the expansion, probably better than with, because I think with the expansion, it does two things. It sort of slows down when you divvy up the things at each place, and it sort of gives out too many things. I like that you lose by one die somewhere, you lost. It sucks, but you lost it.
Bad luck.
Yeah, you go to the guy who gives you a really, like, the best booby prize ever, too. Anyway, Dice Town's my 52. Really like it.
All right. So what game just missed being in your top 50? Almost made it to the top 50, but didn't.
Summoner Wars.
Wow.
Summoner Wars
Ugh.
is what? Like too high?
That's definitely top 50 material.
Yeah. Well, it's almost there, right?
I'm not saying anything, but
Right. It's not on Sam's top 50 at all. Summoner Wars, again, gives me that great feeling in a two-player game, which is asymmetrical sides. I like, there's two kinds of two-player games that I really like. And you can tell from just these 10. Abstract and asymmetrical games. Where you're controlling a faction completely different from my faction, and we're going to butt heads and see who comes out on top. I love it. It's easy, quick. I really like the art style in this game, too, because they're all congruent. I like that. Every army doesn't have, like, a new artist, which kind of irks me in some games. You know what I mean? Like, when my guys look really cartoony and your guys look super realistic, like Fantasy Flight-ish realistic, I'm like, wait a second.
Right.
But these are all from the same artist, if I'm not mistaken, and the package gels. Love it. Love it. Great game. So there you have it. That is my 60 through 51.
We're halfway done.
We are halfway there, baby. It just gets better from here. Hopefully.
We'll see.
All right. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you next time. Have a good one.
Adios, amigos.
Zee's got flavor in his top 100 games.
Lice shower.
Zee Garcia, voice of the people. Zee Garcia, voice of the people.